Hello, beautiful people. Missy Rivers, Psychic Medium with you. I am live and I'm doing the Twin Flame journey and the reading for August 2022. So let's find out what the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine are up to, what's happening in their connection, how are they seeing things in the 3D, how are they seeing things in the 5D, are they moving towards reunification? Let's find out what's going on with the twins. Okay, so those of you who have are not familiar, so I'm going to be using the Rider-Waite deck. I have two decks that I use side by side just to see how the twins are relating to each other, whether it's going to be an authentic twin flame journey and mirroring each other. Often that happens. So the masculine energy, I'm going to be using the standard deck, and the feminine energy gets the beautiful holographic deck. So let's find out what we've got here and see how they're going on their journey. Let me know if you are on a twin flame journey. Let me know if you're watching this replay, and let me know if this light is irritating you as much as it's irritating me. No, don't do that. All right, so guys, let's tune in, see what we can get here for the collective of the Twin Flame Journey for August 2022. Oh, okay. I will just say, as I said that I had a jumper already, guys. This is the moon, yeah? The moon card just jumped out, and that's an indication that something is not being said, something is not being spoken about, something is genuinely being hidden. Now, the moon is suggestive of this. It's not necessarily sinister, okay? This is not the devil energy. This is just someone or an energy in the twin flame journey of there's introspection going on. There's soul searching going on. There is looking at what the is happening that's going on, okay? It's not necessarily a bad thing that certain things are being hidden, but they are being hidden nonetheless, okay? No. Let's tune in. For the masculine energy, how is the masculine currently feeling in the twin flame journey? How is the masculine currently feeling in the twin flame journey? Wow. Okay. The divine masculine has got a lot on their plate. Okay. Divine masculine's got a lot on their plate and not really sharing. I would put in that, because I was using that deck, I would put money on the fact that divine masculine is the one who's hiding things or not fully disclosing something. Now, again, being his advocate, this is not a divine masculine that is not sharing something because there is sinister energy around. This is a divine masculine who is hiding something because it's not necessary to talk about bad things. Or why would I talk about something unless I had it fully completed in my head? Otherwise, it's just wasting breath and I'm wasting everyone's time. So there's a lot of contemplation going on with the masculine. Now, there is major mummy issues or issues. So I will say there's two scenarios with this divine masculine, how he's currently feeling with this energy at the moment. There is either mummy issues, okay, with his actual mother, okay, or there is issues with the mother of his children. There is mother in the mix. This also could be, he could be dealing with a Taurian, okay, karmic partner, soulmate, ex. Taurian is also represented by the Empress as the major arcana. This is the undercard here. So divine masculine has got a lot of interesting energy coming through. Now, the fact that the moon came out could also be indicative of a Cancerian, okay? Cancerians are ruled by the moon, ruling planet. Okay, so guys, I apologize. My neighbor has just inconveniently decided to whippersnip, so I'm doing my best to overcome that energy and that noise. So stick with me. Hope you ignore it. There is a contract that needs to be signed, or there's something going on in the divine masculine that's actually playing on his mind about, I need to focus on my practicals rather than exploring this twin flame journey because so much is going on in my mind. I feel like I may actually implode. It's very important for you guys right now to understand this divine masculine is not reaching out for help. He's not saying, hey, I actually really do need some assistance. I'm needing some support here, especially to his divine feminine. He's actually suffering in silence because he feels that if he suffers in silence, he can work this out on his own. He has major issues going on his mind, mentally, emotionally, and now he's throwing everything into his practical. He's looking at signing contracts. He's looking at doing something with a property or a business, balancing that finances out. His fear is that if he doesn't move forward with his practical energy and he gives too much the divine twin energy and actually gets distracted with his divine feminine, then he may lose track on what he's doing, and he could actually work out to be less financially stable as a result of following his heart. So he's doing his best to be practical. Whether that's right or wrong, that's what he's doing right now. Got some major energies here. So some heartache, heartbreak. There is some energies that he is currently still reveling with. Actually, I'll get these out. Keep them out while I do the feminine. Yeah. So he's really looking at, okay, I know I got really close with my feminine. There may be a little bit of guilt going on in the background. I got really close to her as a friend. I got really close to her as a partner. Maybe had an affair with her. And he's looking to try, he's trying not to he's trying not to do the same thing again. He's trying to he's trying to change his patterns and his habits. And that's coming at a sacrifice. That's coming at a sacrifice of the divine feminine not being completely acknowledged in the scenario. So it's almost like you can just stay right there because I love you, but last time we got really close, we kind of made a little bit of mess for me to clean up. Now I don't know what to do and how to deal with it. So this is how he's feeling about it. He's feeling that the divine twin energy is amazing and it's connected to him, but he's going, I just can't deal with this right now. Yeah. Okay. Can't believe they've decided to whip this snip just as I've gone live. All right. Let's go to the divine feminine. How is the divine feminine currently feeling towards her masculine and in this twin flame journey at the moment? What is currently going on for the divine feminine in the twin flame journey? Of course, we mirrored. This is why I use 2 decks, completely fresh energy. Of course, it's mirrored. Yeah, okay, divine feminines, where are you? Let me know where you are because this is definitely divine feminine energy here. So typical true nature to the twin flame energy. The cards are mirroring each other already. They mirror each other. They intertwine. This is what's going on. So the divine feminine is watching the divine masculine on just on the down low, having an awareness that he's going through this stuff, not verbally pushing him, which is very wise of the divine feminine, just allowing this to happen, acknowledging that he is throwing himself into the 3D, into the physical, into the financial, into the real contractual stuff, looking and moving his money up and down, knowing that he's kind of allowing himself to be distracted. She's aware of this and she's just going to hold space for him when he needs her. This is very much the divine feminine realizing and feeling that she's been something has been stolen away from her and she doesn't feel like she has something that she deserves. This is really an energy of, hey, we were really close at one point. And I'm not sorry, even though something happened or maybe a scenario was born from this energy that you're now having to deal with. I'm not sorry about this, but please don't shut me out. I'm feeling really out in the cold here. I'm willing to work on your financials with you. I'll do this with you. I'm also going to be communicating with you telepathically, because we do have a telepathic connection and I'm wanting to get that back. High Priestess shows up very strongly. Beautiful energy for the divine feminine. And finally, she will come and also work on her own energy and financials. Very nice. So let's go through. The throat chakra is playing up, guys. Very interesting. Not being said. Something's not being said. So we're going to tune in and see what the divine masculine is thinking and feeling when he thinks of his divine feminine. What is the divine masculine going through? What does he think and feel towards his feminine? Oh, we have a jumper. Ooh. What does the divine masculine think and feel towards his divine feminine when he thinks of her in the twin flame journey? Oh, very intense. Very intense. We have 2 jumpers here. Okay. Try to stay out of the light for you guys. Okay, I'm going to show you those in just a moment. What does the divine feminine think and feel towards her divine masculine in the twin flame journey? What does the divine feminine think and feel towards her masculine in the twin flame journey? Of course, okay. Oh my goodness. Never ceases to amaze me how they mirror each other. So guys, the divine masculine has had two, not one, but two jumpers. Okay, so you've got the Justice and the Seven of Wands as your jumpers for the divine masculine. Very interesting energy that there is a real clinical approach, and something was he had to defend something. He had to protect something. There's something about him thinking about his twin flame and him thinking about his divine feminine. I acknowledge that we have a connection, but I'm not sure I can move forward on it the way I want to or the way I thought I could just yet. Okay. There is a real, but I will pay this to the divine masculine. He has defended his connection with the divine feminine and has sealed the deal, going, you know what? I may not be able to marry this woman. I may not be able to connect with this woman in a way that I thought I could. I'm going to give her my heart and soul. I want to do all that. It's not like that. It's more someone has approached and said, what is going on with this? You are distracted. Maybe it's an employee, it's an employer, maybe it's a parent or another, maybe it's a karmic or a connection. What is going on with you and this person? And he says, you know what? I understand I was distracted. I understand I didn't give you everything I needed. I understand that I allowed myself to get into a bit of a mess, but I will not cut this person out. I will defend them being in my life, but I will actually withdraw the level of energy I will give to them. So he's held that firm. He really has. He's created a space there. So he has moved on a little bit and moved into a different direction, hence why the divine feminine really feels like she's been left out in the cold, because he's kind of done a 180 without telling her, okay? He is feeling very stressed. He does dream about the divine feminine, whether he's physically in contact or not, whether in the ghosting stage or whether they're in the unification stage or whether they're just in a friendship stage. He does dream about her. And this almost haunts him, and it sparks this energy of, wow, it reinvigorates his feelings for her on a deep level. This can be challenging. In the dreaming state, he thinks about her all the time. In the waking state, he forces himself to be practical and to be grounded. He really thinks of fond memories and fond connections when he thinks about the divine feminine. There will be contact between the two. Maybe even a moving in. Does he think about moving in with her? Does he think about what the future will hold with her if something did happen with them in a different way? There is a moving energy that is mirrored with the both masculine and feminine. So this is the feminine energy moving in the Three of Wands, and here's the Two of Wands. Okay, very interesting energy, how they're mirroring each other. Now, the divine feminine, how she sees something. When she thinks and feels the divine masculine in the energy, she understands that there has been more than her in his life. There is two females here, two energies, the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Swords. This is letting the divine feminine work through a lot of the energy that she has had to recalibrate and process. After her and her divine masculine got really close in whatever capacity, he's now withdrawn, and she's understanding, okay, I know you're having to deal with some things. I know you're having to deal with maybe me and this other woman. Work this out. This is a woman who is very sensitive and kind. So the divine feminine could be the Queen of Cups. Someone who is giving, kind, sweet, caring, very emotionally available. Someone who has very intimate and connected energy with the divine masculine. They're telepathically linked. The Queen of Swords could be an air sign, a Gemini, an Aquarius, or a Libra. And this could be a karmic or a soulmate for the divine masculine that is now actually causing a wedge, because this is an underlining card, causing the divine masculine to leave his attention from the divine feminine for a moment to focus on what's needed. Very interesting that In the near future, the divine feminine will push the divine masculine gently into action. Not forcefully, but hey, I've given you long enough. I've held space for you. I know you're doing all this, this, and this, and I am willing to wait for you for a period of time, but you need to take action and not leave me out in the cold. I'm going to manifest a situation that's going to be fantastic for us, but you have to stop blocking it. She thinks and feels about the divine feminine, the divine masculine. I'm happy to do the hard yards. I've been doing this a long time in the divine connection for us on our journey. I'm happy to continue to do this, but you have to stop sabotaging this. It's like, if you're not going to help, just don't hinder. Okay. What does the divine masculine currently feel towards his divine feminine? What does the divine masculine currently feel towards his divine feminine in the twin flame union right now? It's twin flame journey. Well, how does the divine masculine feel towards his feminine? He's feeling like the well is pretty dry and that he's done it. He's aware that there is not a lot of connection and it's on him, okay? And she's withdrawing. What does the divine feminine currently feel towards her divine masculine? What does the feminine currently feel towards her divine masculine? Ooh. Always makes me laugh. Wow, that's huge. Okay. Throat chakra block, guys. So the divine masculine is understanding that he has actually left the situation at a standstill. He's not abandoning her, but he is putting her on pause and holding her at bay in order to help himself on the 3D level, yeah, in the physical, in the reality. So he understands that that's going on. He's plagued by thoughts about her. Gosh, I think about her all the time, but I will not allow myself to action this. Very much so. We have a mirroring happen already. So the mirroring is the Emperor. This is a very stubborn energy. This is very, I'm going to do what I need to do, how I need to do it, and I'm not going to be pushed or pressured into doing anything any other way. The divine masculine continues to hold steady on his actions and will defend anyone who tries to push the divine feminine further away in his life. He will hold a space for her for now and forever, as far as he's concerned. However, he is still not bringing her closer despite his feeling and his connection to her. He is having his eye on the prize, on something practical, and he's going to go for it. At nighttime, he is plagued by thoughts and dreams by her, though. He will be successful in moving towards her emotionally, spiritually, and physically soon. Now, the divine feminine has a very strong connection with the masculine sexually, attractively. You know, there is a real intimate connection that's there, whether it's been pursued or acted on or not. She understands and she feels like he is being typically stubborn and not really moving forward. She holds space for him because when he is extra stubborn, she is extra tender. When he is impatient, she is patient. This is the mirroring and the balancing act that happens with the divine twins on their journey because they do balance each other out perfectly. They are two halves of one whole after all. Having an awareness that there is love, so she will hold enough love in her heart for both of them, for the divine being. Now, this is a real energy coming through for the divine feminine saying, hey, but I'm not going to do this forever. I'm feeling really put on pause here. I have things to do, so I'll keep myself entertained in the meantime. But you really do need to grow up. You really do need to meet me in the middle here. Very interesting. Okay, let's find out what the divine twins will do moving forward. Okay, what will their next actions be towards each other? And then we'll go into what they will want to say to each other if they could. Okay, so what does the next chapter hold? So what does August hold? What will the next actions be from the divine masculine? What will the divine masculine do in the twin flame journey towards his feminine? What will he do in August 2022? What will the next actions and moves be from the divine masculine to his divine feminine in the twin flame journey? Let's see if I can move in the middle now. Yeah, that might be better. It's gone over. All right. Divine masculine. Okay. And finally, what does the divine feminine, what will she be doing? What will divine feminine be taking action on in August 2022 in the twin flame journey? Wow. This is very big. A lot of moving around energy, guys. Very intense. Yeah. Very intense. We could have some water signs here. It may not be water signs, but there might be water elements, but this is very emotional energy here. So guys, what's coming through here is the divine masculine is looking to make sure his practicals are sorted. That's what his movement is based on right now. He's not willing or able to move on the emotional connection or spiritual journey, okay? So he's looking to focus in on his finances. Have I got everything sorted? I'm going to head down, bum up. This is what I'm going to do. I'm emotionally confused. So through that emotional confusion, I'm going to remain practically guided. I do mourn our connection. And I do miss it. But right now, my action is based on finances and stability. Despite me being plagued by dreams and memories of you. When I dream of you, I miss you even more and it breaks my heart all over again. I understand that I have control over the situation. However, I'm not prepared to move forward on it right now. Very interesting message. The divine feminine, her actions moving forward, is going to be very benevolent and patient and kind, but still not taking any shit from anyone. She is having an acknowledgement that I have things to do as well. I have tried to wait for you. I have tried to communicate with you. If there is a block in this situation caused by you, I cannot do a thing to remove you being the block itself. I'm willing to do the heavy lifting in this situation, but I cannot lift you, my divine masculine. So I am going to allow myself to proceed the way I need to proceed. And I have a choice to either wait or cut. This is a divine feminine that says, okay, do I need to move forward with myself and put this man out of my life? This is a huge confrontation, very confronting energy. I see signs all the time. 11:11 makes me think of my divine masculine. But then I think of him and then I feel that I've been left out in the cold all over again. I understand that things are not moving forward and I have no control over that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to generate and manifest my own victory in my own life and do me for a minute. I may consider moving on from this in a very serious way, if she has not already. Very interesting. Let's quickly go, before we exit the reading, we're going to go through for what does the divine masculine want to say to the divine feminine, if he could? What does the divine masculine want to say to the divine feminine, if he could? What would he say to her in the divine twin flame journey, if he could say it? Oh my gosh. What does the divine feminine wish she could say? What would she say to her masculine if she could in the twin flame journey? What would the divine feminine say to her masculine in the twin flame journey if she could? I'm hearing a song. I'm leaving on a jet plane. I don't know when I'm going to be back again. Very interesting. Very interesting twin flame reading. I've never had one like this before. Okay. The divine masculine acknowledges, I know our souls are married. I know you are my other half. I know we have a connection like no one else. I know we're meant to be together. And I know we have a soul agreement and contract. I acknowledge that. I honor that. On the 3D level, on the practical human level, I want to tell you, I have a lot on my plate right now. And I do not know how to balance having so much burden on my plate as well as be with you. I don't know how to do that. There are financial aspects at play that are requiring my attention right now. This causes more confusion because when I have to focus on the financial and the practical elements of my life, I distance you. And when I'm distant from you, I get confused, I get anxious, I get depressed. I don't have a good grounding source or healing twin flame energy with me, so I get more and more confused. I am going to reroute myself to work on my finances. Please don't hate me for doing this. This is what I am going to focus on to help me with my emotional turmoil. I'm aware that there has been a crash and burn moment for us. I hope we can recover and have a connection in the future. Very intense. The divine feminine says to her divine masculine, I'm still very much attracted to you. I'm attracted to your looks, your personality, your sense of humor, but I am attracted to your soul. Your soul is what I'm interested in. You completing me is what I'm interested in. You forced my hand to move on from you, at least for now. I've had to manifest a new life for myself, or I am manifesting a new life for myself because I had no other choice. My heart was broken without any explanation or genuine communication. I feel like the rug was pulled out from under me. I accept your apology. I understand your priorities are what they are for now, but I don't respect that because I know money is a tool and connections are forever. So I will allow you to do what you need to do, but I'm not going to be sucked into that. I need to allow you to understand that money is not everything. And when you miss me and you know when you are broke or when you are rich and money doesn't have a connection like we do, then give me a call. Very intense energy here, guys. Okay, let's do one final little pull. Overall energy for the twins moving into August 2022. What will be the overall energy for the twin flame journey in August 2022, please? There's other people in the mix. There's other people in the mix. There is balancing acts that need to take place, and there will be communication between the twins, which is really nice. Make sure the twins have a good connection when they communicate. You know, when you haven't spoken to your twin in a long time and hey, how's the weather up there? Not a good sign. Not a good sign. You want to come back to where you left off, which is a very good connection. Do your best to do that. It will be growing, but it will be with effort, painfully a lot of effort. Guys, that is your twin flame reading for August. Let's see how we go for September. Okay, keep an eye out on my YouTube. Please like, share, and subscribe. Let me know and how this resonated for you, and comment in your comment box. It's so nice to be with you. If you need a reading, please let me know. I do private readings for twin flame journeys, so we can get some more specific information for you on your journey. MissyRivers.com is my website, and find me on YouTube, Instagram, or Facebook. I'm sending lots of love to all the divine feminines and all the divine masculines out there. It's not an easy journey to be on, so look after yourselves and look after each other. Bye.